One.
Play ball! It's time for Dodger baseball.
All right, it's back. We're back. No baseball today, but why not watch Let's Talk Dodgers? This is Good Mic Day. Have our prize microphone from 1973. This is a gem, man. But you may not hear some of the speaker stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, happy September, everybody. It's September 1, 2016. I'm Randy Tibbins. You know who you are. Come on in, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. This is the best, first, and only video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. And we got some news for you. Yesterday, Dodgers had a rare doubleheader. Well, it was a day-night doubleheader where they do one game, make everybody go out the door, and then bring new audience in, new crowd. Remember the old days when you go pay one admission to see two games? Those days are gone. Anyway, Dodgers lost 2-3 to the Rocks. Boo. In fact, I'm going to have to record. Wait a minute. I have a boo on my phone. Can I play boo? Can I boo that? Because anytime the team blows a series, they deserve what this is. So, yeah. We're gonna play that when they stink it up. Okay, how's that? Anyway, lost 2-3 to the Rocks, but they did salvage Game 3 in one classy fashion. In yesterday's nightcap of the doubleheader, trailing 8-2 in the Dodgers game with the Rockies, they scored 3 times in the 8th inning and added 5 more in the 9th. I said 5 more in the 9th. And Mr. Tolles capped the final inning with an opposite field homer, or an oppo, as they call it, an oppo field homer, off closer Adam Ottavino. And that was his first career grand slam. Let's hear the 2 home runs from that second game. Chase Utley started off the game, leading off the second game, yesterday's doubleheader, with a home run. So let's hear Mr. Utley's first. Joe Davis on the call.
Utley cranks a fly ball to deep center. Back on it goes Blackmon, still going. And Chase Utley, as he's done so many times before, jolts this lineup. A leadoff home run when they needed it most.
All right, now for the aforementioned Mr. Tolles. Joe Davis again with the call.
Tolles in the air to deep left. Dog goes back, still going. It is gone! Do you believe it? Andrew Tolles with an opposite field grand slam.
Pretty crazy stuff. Joe Davis on the call, as I said, and Andrew Tolles made it happen. First grand slam. We'll have some stats on this game in just a couple of minutes. At the time of putting this show together, not one word has been leaked yet about which teams are bringing up which guys for September 1st call-ups. We might be able to guess. We'll talk about a guy in just a second, but let me tell you that I'm going to, before this podcast ends, I'm going to go in to the internet and look and see, and to Twitter to see if anybody's tweeting out who's showing up for the Dodgers in uniform today. Because one of the guys everybody's been talking about is our own Yasiel Puig, and a lot of people want to know after yesterday if he's still with the team. Because remember, he was claimed off waivers by an unknown team and all this mysterious stuff. Well, I'm here to tell you he's still with the Dodgers, AAA affiliate Oklahoma City. They're not going to trade him. He's still in the headlines after reports that a mystery team placed a waiver claim on him, but truth be told, he's not likely to be going anywhere unless, like I said, it's a September call-up, which we might hear about today. I don't know. A call-up could come as early today, maybe tomorrow, because that's when the Dodgers play again. They're not playing today. The active rosters actually expand from 25 to 40 members today. First wave started yesterday because, as you probably know, if a guy is on your roster by the end of August, he's eligible for playing on your playoff team in the first round. So he can't be on September 1st or else he doesn't make it. Anyway, we know that Yasiel Puig was not on the team yesterday, so that means he's not going to be on the playoff roster if and when the Dodgers make it. But Dodger President of Baseball Operations Andrew Friedman said no decision has been made on Puig's situation, and before any decision is made, there'll be a closed-door meeting with Yasiel Puig. I assume that means call-ups as well. He may be called up in the middle of September. Who knows? He's on a roll right now at AAA Oklahoma City, so I don't think they want him at this second, unless they do. I don't know. For me, I'd bring him up because, Reddick ain't doing the job for me. What do you guys think? All right. Anyway, whenever I do this on this show, it means fun stuff. That includes stats of the day, this date in Dodger history, get you out of the ballpark to discuss the pitchers coming up, and shout-outs. So let's do some shout-outs right now. These are all people who have contributed to our Facebook page by either liking something, chiming in about something, or leaving me a comment. So let's give them a shout-out right now. They include Ray N., Bobby K., David C., Kathy E., Ken B., Jeff N., Juan D., Ingrid O., Kathy D., and Alex M. To you guys I say, way to go, guys. Thanks for acknowledging us on Let's Talk Dodgers. Thanks for watching Let's Talk Dodgers, the first, best, and only video podcast by fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. A couple of stats of the day here. These are kind of interesting. I think you'll like these. I don't know if I got all of them on here, so we might have to bring up the paper again. How do you like that? Some of them were from my my sheet. They didn't make the stats sheet. All right, here we go. In his last 10 games, Andrew Toles is hitting .579 with 3 homers. None bigger than Wednesday's, of course. This guy on the Rockies team, Cardullo's grand slam for the Rockies, was matched by Toles' grand slam. He cleared the fence with the bases loaded in the 9th inning to give the Dodgers 10-8 win over the Rockies. We said that. This is an interesting stat because you have 2 rookies having, or 2 first-time players having 2 of the first grannies ever hit in their careers. And in fact, it's the first game in Major League history in which a rookie on each team hit a grand slam in a game. That's pretty good. Can I hear that? Well, I don't know. Yeah, okay. The other thing about it, there was one game in which 2 rookies on the same team slugged grand slams. John Buck and Abraham Nunez did that for the Royals in 2004. But no time in Major League history have 2 guys on opposing teams who are rookies hit grand slams. So that's the first in Dodger history and in Major League history. All right, the other stats I have for you, the Dodgers are just the 2nd team this season to win a game when they were trailing by 6 or more runs in the 8th inning or later. The first was by the Royals on May 28th against the White Sox. I think that's a pretty cool stat. Yeah. And the last stat I have for you comes from my computer notes because I didn't get them on. For some reason, my printed notes didn't print right. Last stat. What does a division lead on September 1st actually mean? People say, oh, it's only September 1st. Remember back in 1951, the Dodgers blew it because the Giants, the Giants were cheating and they blew a 13.5 game lead. You know the story. It's all history. Shot heard around the world, right? So that leads a lot of people to ask, what does it mean for a team to lead its division on September 1st? Is there any significance? Does it mean anything? Well, let's put it into perspective, shall we? Since 1996, 20 years ago, 95 of 120 division champions, that's 79%, held a share of first place in their division entering September 1st. The Dodgers are currently 1.5 games up on the NL West, so that means they got, 79% chance of staying there and winning the division? Well, that's what the statistics say if you're a sabermetrician or a sabermetrics guy. So the odds are, and this, you know who you are, Bobby K, because you're always a skeptic. The odds are they're not going to blow it. They're going to stay in first, and they're going to win the division, or they'll fall out and get back into first and win the division. Either way, they'll probably win the wild card if they don't win the division, so they're going to be in the playoffs. I give them about a 90% chance of being in the playoffs, with that said, because there's 2 wild cards now. All right. Let's have a major meltdown. But hey, if Kershaw comes back, and Andre Ethier comes back, and all these guys come back, and 40 guys flood the roster, we could win it all back and out by 10 games. All right. Anyway, this date in Dodger history. And we're done with that stat sheet. Okay. This date in Dodger history, September the 1st. I got a couple of them that are kind of cool. September 1st, 1890, going all the way back to the first year of the existence of the professional team known as the Brooklyn, in those days, Bridegrooms, later the Dodgers. On this date, September 1st, 1890, the Dodgers win the first of 3 triple headers ever played in the major leagues. Did anybody know this? It was triple headers. They beat one team 10-9 in the morning, 3-2, and 8-4 in the afternoon. Bob Carruthers, Tom Lovett, and Adonis Terry all pitched complete games over the Alleghenies, soon to be renamed the Pittsburgh Pirates, for the sweep at Washington Park. Now, does anybody know that? I don't even know if our own team historian Mark Langell would know that. But anyway, did anybody know that the Dodgers played one of the first triple headers in Major League history? I don't know. I didn't know that, and I've been following history for years, and I never saw that stat. Did you? All right. Let's do one a little more up to date, shall we? On this date in 1991, one of my heroes of the 90s, I guess. I mean, I was older than he is, but he's a hero of mine. We call him EK or 2-3. Eric Karros made his major league debut not as a first baseman, but as a pinch runner. He went on to have a great career in Los Angeles and, of course, everywhere else he went. He had he had 284 home runs, over 1,700 hits, over 1,000 RBIs in his 14-year career, 12 of which were, I think you know, or 13 which, you know, were with the Dodgers. I think 12. Anyway, that's Eric Karros. He made his debut this date in 1991, 25 years ago today. All right. After a day off, the Dodgers will open a 3-game series at home against San Diego. That starts tomorrow on September 2nd. We'll get you out of the ballpark now. Although he's approaching his innings limit, Julio Urias is coming off one of his best starts. 1 run allowed in 6 innings against the Cubs with 8 Ks. This could be his final start before heading to the bullpen for the rest of the season for playoffs because, as you know, they're watching his pitch count, they're watching his pitches, they're watching his innings, they're watching everything. They're watching this guy to death. And I think that's micromanaging a person. Yeah, he could have arm troubles if he goes too far into a season, but come on. Kid's young. He may not see any arm trouble until he's 28. I don't know. Anyway, Friday, September 2nd, it's a 7-10 at Dodger Stadium. San Diego is in town. Left-hander Clayton Richard, he's 1-2 with a 1.40 ERA, going up against the aforementioned lefty Julio Urias. He's 5-2 with a 3.71. Saturday's game, September 3rd, is a 6:10 start. San Diego is throwing their right-hander Luis Perdomo. He's 7-7 with a 5.84 ERA. As of yet, the Dodgers have not announced who they're going to pitch on Saturday. Maybe we'll find out later today with all the call-ups going on. We don't know. In fact, before we leave the air, let me do the search for that. And Sunday's game, September 4th, 1:10 against the Padres. No side has picked their pitchers yet. Let's take a quick look first. To get starting pitchers, what I like to do, and you can do this at home too if you like to, you go on the ESPN site. Now, they have a special site, just what they call their ESPN baseball page. So it's ESPN.com/MLB. Let's see if they show on there their schedule, and in their schedule page, they should show their matchups for Saturday and Sunday. First, we'll look at Saturdays because we didn't have an answer for you. All right, they're saying it's going to be Kenta Maeda on Saturday. I don't know. And for Sunday, ESPN doesn't even have anything up. So we're thinking Maeda for Saturday. All right, I'll buy that. I'll sort of buy that. Now let's go look and see if the Dodger game notes are up for the day. If they are, and we can see the press notes, we can find out if there are any call-ups. That's always a logical thing to do. And it's already 4:15 when I'm recording right now. And as of yet, let's see. No, there is no Dodger game note for September 1st. So now that's weird. I'll tell you what we can do instead. Let's look at the game notes for the Padres to see if they are up yet. If that's the case, we may be able to check out from the other angle if they know something that we don't know. Or maybe they have their Sunday pitcher already put up. They have no game notes either. Let's look at their last notes in August to see what the Padres are. You know, you never know when these guys put. No, they don't have it. So, guess there's nothing there with game notes. So we have no information. One last place I can check for you is in Twitter, because I follow a lot of Dodger Twitter-type people, especially our own broadcasters. They usually have some news this late in the afternoon. Although, like I said, there's no game being played, so maybe not. Yeah, they're not doing it. Sportsnet LA is saying they'll take you behind the scenes as Rob Segedin welcomes his newborn. Well, they're not showing any good information. All the announcers are off. All the players they're taking the day off. They're traveling home. They're here. They're hanging out. What can I say? I don't know. All right, I guess that's going to do it for us. So I don't know what else to tell you. One more thing. Events, appearances, cool stuff. September 3rd, which I believe is Saturday, Andrew Tolles, who we've been talking about today, he's going to appear at Harry's Dugout and MVP Trading Cards, 2334 South Atlantic Boulevard, Monterey Park. I'm kind of tired, you can tell. From noon to 1 p.m., he's going to be signing autographs, taking pictures, doing all that stuff in Monterey Park, September 3rd. Also, the same day, September 3rd, which is Saturday, Howie Kendrick and Rob Segedin are going to be appearing at the Ultimate Pastime Sports Collectibles from 9 until 10:30, 1614 South Carlos Avenue, Suite K in Ontario. They'll be signing stuff. So Saturday's a big day if you're into sports and memorabilia and signatures and autographs, that kind of stuff, and pictures. Those guys will be out there. It'll be kind of cool. Don't forget to check John Sue's outstanding photography at dodgersphotog.mlblogs.com. Thank you again for joining us on Let's Talk Dodgers. Probably no show tomorrow, so I'm giving you all the information, unless there's something really big to report on Friday, any trades or any surprise calls or anything like that. Have a great holiday weekend, everybody, in case I don't get to talk to you. And go Blue. We got to beat the Padres. The Padres. We got to beat the Padres because, well, you know, it's the thing to do. And remember,
Dodgers are going to win that division anyways.
have a happy, safe, and happy winning weekend, holiday weekend. We'll see you back here on Tuesday on Let's Talk Dodgers. Bye, everybody.